Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by Lianhe Zhaobao, the Kuwaiti military announced on Saturday, June 6, 2026, that its air defense forces were actively responding to hostile missile and drone attacks. The military's general staff issued a statement on social media platform X, confirming the ongoing defense operations, though it did not specify the source or origin of the incoming strikes. The military also advised residents that any loud explosions heard across the country were the direct result of the air defense systems successfully intercepting the hostile targets. This latest escalation follows an incident on June 3rd, when Kuwait's foreign ministry reported that Kuwait International Airport had been struck by an Iranian drone, leaving one person dead and dozens injured. While Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps denied any involvement in that earlier strike, blaming it instead on a malfunction of the U.S. Patriot missile defense system. Tensions in the region remain exceptionally high. According to NBC News, the Trump administration is urging European countries to implement travel restrictions mirroring those of the United States in response to an ongoing Ebola outbreak in Central Africa, with the U.S., Canada, and Mexico preparing to host the largest ever World Cup starting June 11, 2026. Concerns are growing over the potential international spread of the disease. A State Department cable warned European diplomats that a failure to adopt similar precautions could prompt the U.S. to take unilateral measures. The U.S. currently bars entry to foreign nationals who have recently visited or transited through the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Uganda, or South Sudan. The current outbreak involves the severe Bundibugyo strain of Ebola, which has no approved vaccine or treatment. While global health experts warn that the outbreak is outpacing the international response, the State Department confirmed it is actively coordinating with various countries to protect the millions of tourists and athletes expected for the tournament. According to UPI, the attorneys general of up to 10 U.S. states, led by California, are preparing to file a lawsuit to block the proposed $111 billion merger of Paramount Skydance and Warner Bros. Discovery. The legal challenge, which could be filed by the end of June 2026, stems from a multi-state antitrust investigation into the creation of a massive global entertainment giant. Although California Attorney General Rob Bonta's office did not officially confirm the imminent filing, they noted that the active investigation raises significant red flags. Other states potentially joining the lawsuit include Colorado, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Nevada, New York, Oregon, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. The merger has sparked widespread controversy, particularly after Paramount chairman David Ellison announced plans to make $6 billion in cuts across the combined companies. While Ellison promised that both major film studios would maintain their current theatrical release schedule, industry professionals and federal officials remain highly critical of the deal due to the inevitable threat of massive job losses. According to UPI, South Korean President Lee Jae-myung is scheduled to visit Europe from June 9 to 18. This multi-nation tour includes stops in Belgium, Italy, the Vatican, and France, aiming to strengthen diplomatic ties and expand economic and security cooperation. President Lee will start his trip in Brussels, meeting Belgian Prime Minister Bart de Wever, European Council President Antonio Costa, and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. He will then make a state visit to Italy, meeting President Sergio Mattarella and Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, and attending a business roundtable in Florence. Following this, Lee will visit the Vatican to meet Pope Leo XIV and attend a special peace mass. The highlight of the trip will be attending the G7 summit in Evian, France, from June 16 to 17. South Korea's second consecutive attendance at the summit is expected to enhance its global standing. Officials stated that the trip will focus on securing critical supply chains and expanding security and defense partnerships with European nations. Negotiations for a bilateral meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump on the sidelines are currently underway. According to UPI, South Korea's presidential office announced on Friday that the country's plan to build nuclear-powered submarines locally remains unchanged. The statement followed productive security consultations between Seoul and Washington. A senior South Korean official described the bilateral talks as highly useful and cooperative, emphasizing that both nations are working toward concrete results by the end of the year. Beyond submarine development, the discussions covered critical areas of nuclear cooperation, including expanded rights for South Korea regarding uranium enrichment and spent fuel reprocessing. The official noted that these talks are built on mutual trust in South Korea's denuclearization, meaning no additional conditions are being imposed. Additionally, the allies discussed coordinating the timeline for transferring wartime operational control back to Seoul. While a slight timing gap of about 1 year exists between the two nations, South Korean officials expressed confidence that the difference is easily adjustable and will not hinder progress. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.